What's up? What's good? It's your girl Michaela Janae here, and I am somewhere a little bit different. I am actually on a cruise right now, and I was thinking that right now is the perfect time to do my first little crochet vlog. I am on a 6-day cruise to Cozumel and Progreso, and me and my mom will be making this bag right here. We saw these little granny square bags, and we were obsessed. So I have my yarn right here, and I'm going to be taking you guys along with me on this journey of starting and hopefully completing this bag while on this cruise. I don't want to lose my camera, so I'm going to always make sure that you guys are nice and secure. But first I want to go over and show you guys what color of yarn I have. And I brought a good little bit with me. I have this color right here, and this is Red Heart Super Saver in Coral Corral. I have another Red Heart Super Saver in the color Oran, I think it is. Oran, and it's like this really big beige color. Me and my mom are both going to be using this one, so that's why we got it in a Super Saver. I have this, I love this yarn. This one right here is from Hobby Lobby. The other two are from Walmart. And this is the color Orange Burst. You guys saw this in my recent yarn haul. This one right here. And last but not least, I'm going to be throwing in a little bit of this blue. This is so old, it doesn't even have a name tag on it anymore, so I have no idea where we got this one from, but this is just like a yarn scrap. So I'm going to be using all of those, and I also got some new crochet hooks that I'm going to be talking about and probably reviewing for you guys pretty soon. But I'm probably going to try to use something a little bit smaller, like a 5mm crochet hook. And yeah, I don't know if I want to make my bag 10 rounds or 14, but I just want to give you guys a little quick intro explaining where I am, what I'm doing. I'm so excited to be doing this for you guys. And yeah, since I'm not throwing up and feeling sick, we're going to be crocheting on a cruise. Let's hop into it.
Alright y'all, so let's get into it about this bag. I recently just got back from a 7-day cruise, or was it 6 days? It was so long, I don't even remember how many days I was on there, but I was gone for like 7 days. I am a little bit under the weather, so please excuse my voice. As I came back, the weather was crazy, and now I am a little sick, okay? But we're gonna make it through. Now, this bag was so fun to make. This was a great experience, me doing my first crochet vlog. It was so fun because it was so easy, and this is really a craft and a project that you don't have to put a lot of thought into. You're just making a huge granny square 3 times, okay? So I didn't start off with a magic ring. Let me actually pull up my notes. I started off by chaining 6 and then, you know, slip stitching into the first chain, and then I went ahead with my, you know, chain 3, making my 4 clusters, and then so on and so forth. If you know how to make a granny square, then you know how to make this bag. The most complicated part about making this bag is maybe the straps, you know, figuring out how long you want to do it, but we're not there yet. I'm talking about the granny squares. So as you can see, I did change colors on every round, and a little bit later in the video I'm going to be showing you guys the exact tutorial I use on how to change these colors. You're also going to see towards the end of the video that I did not have a lot of ends to weave in because of my color changing method. Like, I was not trying to weave in all these ends. I changed colors on every row, and that would have just been too much. But as you can see right here, I'm working on my first granny square on the Lido deck. The Lido deck was always popping. This was like a spring break vacation for Texas. I left out of Galveston, and the Lido deck was always popping, so I liked that I was able to crochet out there, along with in my stateroom. On the Lido deck, they had so many amazing, actually, black women who came up to me and were like, OMG, I crochet too. You're so talented. I love the colors. Like, I love meeting other crocheters. I actually saw one woman crocheting while on the boat. I only saw one, but I didn't get to stop and talk to her and ask her about it because she was eating dinner, literally eating dinner and crocheting. Like, I'm like, girl, I feel you. But a lot of people did come up to me, and they were complimenting me, and I just love talking to other crocheters and being able to share my craft. I actually wore some of my crochet items on the cruise, and you guys are going to be able to see that also. Like, I enjoyed wearing my crochet items in Mexico. Each port day I wore a different crochet item, and I got so many compliments. Like, one thing that really warmed my heart when I was in Progreso, I wore my crochet dress. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I think you have my crochet dress that's super colorful, and I just had this vision that I knew I want to wear it in Mexico, and I went to this Mexican fabric store and they had yarn in there, and I was literally going to buy so much stuff, but the lady told me that they didn't take American cash, they only took pesos, and I was so upset. I was like, oh my gosh, like, please ma'am, just take this cash. But she was so sweet about it. She was like, I love your dress. And then I was like, I made it. And she was like so surprised. And that was just something I'm always going to remember. Just that someone in Mexico, the owner of a fabric store / yarn store, loved my crochet dress. Like, that's something I'm never going to forget. But right here you see this little video of how I make my joins, my seamless joins. Now, don't hesitate to go back, rewatch that. I will try to leave all the tutorials I followed in the description box, because I found an amazing tutorial on this bag and it will help you guys so much. The lady was amazing and very, very thorough. So while I was on the boat, I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I literally used her tutorial. Before I got on the boat, I screen recorded it for extra security, but I also just typed it out. So I literally wrote down her pattern so I can go back and watch it. But if you guys have Wi-Fi, just go ahead and watch the tutorial. She's very good. And I found that, you know, seamless join, how to join two colors together, I found that on Pinterest, and I screen recorded that because it is such an easy way to join these colors and make that knot that's super secure. I just cut the knot, the little 2 extra pieces really close, and I just go with it. So that's how I made this without any ends, and it worked out great. Nothing came loose. The knot is super secure if you do it correctly. I made so many of those knots. I had to make my knots, and then I made my mom's knots also. So it's super secure. It's not going to come out, and you don't have to worry about weaving in a lot of ends. So make sure that you guys are rewinding that part. Make sure you are screen recording it if you guys need to know how to make your own knot like that. But yeah, like I was saying, I got so many compliments and people just, you know, showing me the things that they've crocheted. So many people saying they want to get back into crochet. I love that. This was my first cruise that I wasn't seasick, like I said in the beginning. So I was able to completely finish this bag. More is coming for this bag though. I do want to line it. But like I said, this was like a 6-day cruise. And honey, I was just crocheting all day when I wasn't eating, and it was just feeling really good outside. It was a little chilly at first, but once we got to Mexico, it was warm. So I was just crocheting my little heart out. And if you're noticing, you can tell when I'm working on a different square because I changed up my color order. So I made sure that I was not doing the same pattern. I was working with 4 different colors. So I made sure every time that I was going in a different order, just so it was cohesive, but it wasn't exactly the same. And I feel like that gave it a really cute look, changing up my color patterns. Right here, I'm on my balcony. This is my first time having a balcony on a cruise also, and that's something else that I really enjoyed. I was able to go out there at night, go out there during the day. I was able to feel comfortable. It was a little noisy out there because you can hear everybody else's conversations, but it was so peaceful. Nobody was really loud or crazy. It was actually a pretty quiet cruise, so it was really fun to crochet. The sun was shining. So for this bag, I was basically following the same routines. Like I said, I did 10 rounds, but I did find one girl. Her Instagram and her YouTube is Realm Designs. She did 14. And I followed her tutorial because I liked how she did her straps, which I did 10. And you guys are going to see when I get to the straps, my straps are a little bit too long. I would go back and fix it, but I think it's fine. Not everything has to be perfect. So if I were to do this bag again, I wouldn't do 60 double crochets for my straps because that's what I did. I would probably do 40 or 30 double crochets. Half double crochets for my straps because to me they were just a little bit too long, but I like that I can wear this bag as a crossbody, so that is amazing. So the tutorial that I'm going to leave in the description box, she just did her straps connected, but when I followed the Realm Design tutorial, she had hers tied in a bow like you're gonna see mine, and I just felt like that was so cute, so I went with that. But of course you can do it connected also. So I'm gonna let you guys just watch me crochet a little bit more. We're almost getting to me working on the third square and the straps. So
When Barbara switched to TurboTax,
I broke 4 generations of family tradition with 5 little.
So here's how the bag was looking so far with 2. You just have to fold your squares in half and then your bag will begin to come to life. So this is a clip of me in the first port, which was Cozumel, and my crochet bolero. If you guys want the tutorial for this, it is linked in the description box. I followed a tutorial, but let me just tell you, I didn't really love how it came out. I feel like the tutorial wasn't the best. If I make it again, I will definitely do some things differently, because it was a bolero that you can like change how it looks. So basically you could wear it with a V in the front, or you can just wear it like a boat neck, but I didn't really love it. And then it was I had buttons on the side because that's what the pattern called for, and the buttons kept coming loose. So now that I'm home, I'm definitely going to just sew that up. I don't even want to like continue to mess with that. I want it to be closed up. The buttons were a no-go for me. So right here you see me working on my straps, and I am doing half double crochets. I'm doing 3 half double crochets, and I'm going to be doing 60 rows. And like I said, this is where I would have definitely did a little bit less if I didn't want to wear a crossbody, because these straps were long. But the tutorial that I followed, the girl did 14, so her bag was a little bit bigger than mine because she did 14 rounds on her granny square. I only did 10, so I could have made my straps a little bit shorter, but not everything has to be perfect. I love it. It makes it unique. Now when it comes to doing these straps, as you can see, I was struggling a little bit doing these half double crochets because the yarn was just kind of tight and it wasn't slipping how I needed it to slip. But let me tell you, I love these new crochet hooks from Amazon, because you guys know I was only using bigger hooks. My first kit that I got from Amazon was like a size 6 and up, and actually I think it was a 6.5 to a 12, I believe. But this set I literally got like a 2 to a 6, and I'm so excited to be working with like some smaller hooks so I can work on some smaller projects, because I was only using big hooks. And this is actually by the exact same brand, and it worked really well. I really do want to give you guys an in-depth tutorial and just showing you guys what came with it, but I enjoyed working with something a little bit smaller so my work can be tighter. That was really good, and it was a good experience to use it during this video. Very comfortable ergonomic hooks. So this is just another shot of me in my bolero, and then my mom made one too. We've been kind of doing like the same crochet projects, and I love it. Both of our yarns are actually from Joann's. They're the Big Twist Value, and they felt really great on. I loved it. So cute. So right here I'm doing the finishing touches on my bag. I am like lining it in the cream color, and I am just doing a half double crochet in every stitch, and I felt like this made it all come together. Just lining in the white was so cute. And I also lined my straps, making it a little bit thicker, and once again, I just loved it. I loved it. One thing about this bag, I was like contemplating like which was going to be the right side and which was going to be the wrong side, but you're going to be able to see. Like one side was not looking as cute as the other, so I was just going with it and seeing which side I wanted to be my good side. Right now, I am trying to weave in and tying some knots of my ends. I really didn't have a lot. I was just tying in the ends of my trim, because I did trim some of the blue on the opposite side because I just wanted it to look a little bit more cohesive. The blue yarn was actually one of my favorite parts of this bag because it anchored it and added some depth. Really cute. So I am making sure that everything is secure. before I cut, because I've seen some videos on Instagram of people just closing things with knots and it just coming loose, honey. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm using the proper knots and making sure that nothing is going to come loose on this bag. Like I said, I do want to make a tutorial on how I plan to line this bag. Now right now I have no plans. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I want to sew it or if I want to crochet it, but I already have a material in mind for how I'm going to line this bag. And just look at it, it's just so cute. I would definitely be making this again. It's really huge, so if you guys want this a little bit smaller, don't do 10 rounds, do like 5. If you want it bigger, do 14 like the other girl. But it's just so cute. And then I can even see it as a shirt. As you can see, I was like putting it up against myself because this would be such a cute summer top. I love the colors and I love the pattern that I used, but it's just so cute. Y'all, don't mind my bonnet. I was in my little bed showing y'all the bag. This is where I did most of my crocheting, in the bed and on the Lido deck, okay? And I did not block this bag yet, but I will, because as you can see, the straps are a little bit stiff. I just want it to flow a little bit better and not be, you know, curled up. But I just think it's so cute. As you can see, the straps could be shorter, but it adds character. I think it's so cute, and once I steam it and block it, it's just going to flow so beautifully, and I'm just so in love. This is my first little crochet vlog and my first good cruise, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Mwah.